Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into G-Show Productions' presentation of mmjhl Playoff Game Day, presented by Make Canada Fasteners and Tools, your one-stop shop for all your industrial needs. Be sure to visit their store locations in Brandon and Winnipeg, as well as checking out their website at makecanadafasteners.shop. Terrico, serving Manitoba producers for over 80 years in the agricultural industry. Be sure to check out their website for more details at terrico.ca. And Two Goaltenders, your goalie's personal video review service. For more information on them, be sure to check out their website at gordytomlinsongoalies.ca. Thank you to those three brands in goaltenders, Terrico, and Make Canada Fasteners and Tools for sponsoring another edition of mmjhl Hockey. It should be a very interesting game here tonight. As for what's been going down in the mmjhl playoffs up until this point here on St. Patrick's Day in 2024, well, two teams have advanced into the Final Four as of Friday. It was the St. James Junior Canucks taking care of business, sweeping the Transcona Railer Express, winning 3-2 in game number 4, and for the Pembina Valley Twisters, advancing a 2-1 OT win over the Raiders Junior Hockey Club. The St. Vital Junior Victorias and Charleswood Hawks, we'll get to their game in just a moment. That just wrapped up about an hour ago or so. But as for the St. Boniface Riels Fort Garry Twins, the game that will be broadcasting tonight here on mmjhl Playoff Game Day for Game 5, the Riels had a chance to actually not be in this position where they'd be playing on this Sunday night at their home rink in Southdale. They took on the Fort Garry Twins on Friday night, along with the Canucks and the Twisters as their series was going along. The Twins would not say die as we take a look at the final score from that matchup, winning 4-2. Sloan Tremblay, team captain for the Twins, having his biggest game of the playoffs, much needed. The captain coming through clutch with three goals, having a hat trick, one of them being on the power play. Tazio Cienflone with a goal in there as well. So yeah, the Twins, they fight to see another night. If they end up winning this game, Game 6 will be played on Tuesday night at Century Arena. As for the St. Vital Vics, a huge 8-4 win earlier this afternoon against the Charleswood Hawks. They're up 3-2 now in their series, with the chance to end things off in that one coming up this Tuesday night in a game that can be seen on G-Show Productions on gshow.ca on Tuesday at the St. Vital Centennial Arena. But as for this series, we've had a chance to broadcast two of the games. Thought we'd show you guys how game number 3 went down, a game that I'm sure the Twins, they'd like to see more of what they saw at the start. Obviously looking for exactly the effort they had last game, but that game 3, more of what the Riels are looking for. They were down by 1 and they came back, scoring a few unanswered ones. Let's take a look as this game started off with the Twins over halfway into the period, in around the net. This puck ends up onto the stick of Matt Lizotte as he buries for his first of the playoffs, giving the Twins the opening goal lead for the second time in a row at Southdale CC. But later on in the period, the Riels ham in the Twins. They can't get it out of the zone, and it's put onto the stick of Nate Hines, where he dangles past O'Sullivan to tie up the game at 1 apiece. On to 2-1 now, where it would be the Riels through the neutral zone. Ethan Alsip jumping up into the play, receiving a pass back off a give and go, and roofing it over top of O'Sullivan, as the Riels would end up adding one more in this one. It would be onto the stick of Carson Dubois as he jumps up into the glass, giving the Riels the 4-1 lead late in that game, and ultimately giving them the 3-0 series advantage lead. But we're now into game number 5 here tonight. The Riels, they'll have another chance to finish things off as we bring up our pre-game graphic here. Not done yet as the Twins winning 4-2 in game 4. Tremblay headlined in that one, scoring a hat trick. Cienflone scores as well. O'Sullivan with a 29 save performance. Twins found offense. They only scored 2 goals up until that point, leading up to Game 4. They also scored on the power play for the first time on the Riels in this series and outshot the Riels for the 3rd straight game at 32-31. But as it closing time, the Riels are still 1 win away from moving on to their first Final Four since the 2014-15 season. For the Twins, a comeback in this series from an 0-3 deficit would be really impressive. Of course, they're focusing on taking this one game at a time. But if they are able to advance to the Final Four themselves, this would be the first time since 2011-2012 that they would do so. Series scoring, it's been pretty much an advantage of the St. Boniface Riels and Fort Garry Twins, even though the Twins are neck and neck with them in shots for to shots against per game. But special teams has been a huge difference. The Twins, only 1 power play goal so far on about 11 opportunities. The Riels proven how good of a defensive team they can be, and of course their X factor, you could argue that it may be a player in Ty McNaughton and Nate Hines maybe, but that's a net. Expect for Ashton Haworth, in my opinion, to bounce back in this one big time. The Twins, they got to get traffic in front of them, and shooting high up is more of his weakness compared to if you shoot low. Covers the bottom half of the net exceptionally well. Haworth can make saves that can steal a game. We'll see if that happens tonight. I'm interested to see how this Twins team comes out and how this Riels team comes out. We're just about set to get rolling here from Southdale Community Center as we show you the series lead 3-1 for the Riels. It's Game 5 tonight in this Elite 8, a best of 7 as St. Boniface makes their way out onto the ice surface. Enjoy the game, everybody. Should be a dandy here on this Sunday night. And welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, into the Southdale Community Center. It's the Riels, it's the Twins, it's mmjhl playoff game day. This first period will be brought to you by Make Canada Fasteners and Tools, your one-stop shop for all your industrial needs. Our apologies about our laggy connection right now. As it gets back sorted out, these two teams at center ice ready to square off. And we're off. Draw won by the Fort Garry Twins. They go D to D here early on. Sent all the way into the Riels zone, and that'll be down for an icing. With 9 seconds gone on the clock. Face off to the blocker hand side of O'Sullivan, won by the Riels. Kept in by, I believe, a Keating. As Keating back on the puck now. Sends that down low, trying to get a cycle going for St. Boniface. Picked up by Nielsen. Gets that back to the point to Smith. Opposite corner. Banked onto the stick of Brzezinski. Down low, it's onto the stick of Nielsen. Tries backhanding that back to McNaughton. Sent back to Nielsen in the corner from McNaughton. Him and 88 going to work here early on. As now the Twins potentially looking for a trip, but not going to be called on the play. No icing called as this one gets sent down. So it'll be Keating off of the boards to himself before sending that across below the goal line to Smith. Smith back across to Keating as he looks to take this for a skate. Shielding the puck. Gets that sticked away now by Caden Hedlund. Tries sending that to a teammate, but could not. Was Keating. As he finally goes off. Here's a chance for Gorchinski. Slap shot going to be deflected. Partially blocked by the stick of Bachnecht. As he looks to take it up now for a skate. 27 down the left side towards the net across, but no one there to complete that pass too. As rushing up now, it's the Fort Garry Twins. Shot blocked by Ethan Alsip. Battling still Gorchinski. Second shot blocked. That one gets tipped through, but unable to get on that. Matthew Trott takes a pass from Alsip. Alsip takes a backhand pass. Back shot on net. Rebound there and goes behind the net. Twins able to survive that for now. Aiden Hyra able to get to the puck. Twins now send it out of the zone. Giving chase on it. Gorchinski couldn't beat Ethan Alsip to it there. Now sent all the way in for an icing into the Riel zone. So Make-End Fasteners and Tools, your one-stop shop for all of your industrial needs. Be sure to check out their store locations. One of them located by the Red River Notre Dame campus. The other located in Brandon. Also check out their website at makehandfasteners.shop. For more details on the products they offer, that shot sent in over the net occupied by Ashton Haworth off of a skate all the way down, ends up into the glove of O'Sullivan as he leaves that for a teammate. Twins look to get a breakout going. Gilberto that is. Or Gibson, sorry. Shielded the puck. Wearing number 8, of course. No Halamanderas tonight for this Twins team. Again, that's been the story all series long. It'll be turned over in the neutral zone. The Riels look to regroup. Picked off by Tazio Cienflone. Has his pass disrupted now through the neutral zone. Off of the glass closest to us. And sent in as the Riels in on the forecheck. Getting a bit physical, but nothing came out of that. A rub of the bodies. Sent in deep again. Dylan Vitale giving chase. Playing it off the boards was Eric Voth. Voth getting it back, being pressured by Riel. Now is Voth still pressured. Stepik down low of Riel. Stepped up into the play. That's Smith. It'll be turned over in possession. Now off of the helmet of Vitale. Tazio Cienflone's clear and went. That gets past Cienflone now and all the way onto the stick of Ethan Johnson. Sent all the way down deep into the Riel zone. Now onto the stick of Smith. Banks it off the boards, going D to D. This goes across ice to Vitale in the neutral zone before he sends it into the opposite corner. First one on it, Matani shrugs off one hit, but Riel's getting just enough of him to truly disrupt his rhythm. Slobosian in on the forecheck. He loses an edge. It'll be the Twins now looking to break out the other way, but it'll be turned over. Stepik at the point. Finally does get played out now. As the Riels go off for a change. The Twins still looking to break out. Onto the stick of Johnson. His stretch pass all the way through. Connects with Gorchinski. Tries to dangle this pass with one hand on Ethan Alsop. But cannot. Bachnet now. Behind the back pass. Up. Twins able to get this puck. Back in now. It's Tremblay out with Gilberto. Puck ends up into the slot, but onto Riels' stick. Tremblay trying to intercept that, but cannot in the zone. Riels able to break out now. Down that right side. That shot towards the net. I believe O'Sullivan might have gotten a piece of it. So Riels try to get on the cycle. That not connecting, though. This pass goes behind the goal line. Twins, though, turn it over. They're heading the other way. Caden Hedlund now. He looks to shoot off of a shin pad, deflecting into the corner. Flipped into the middle now, onto the stick of Nielsen. Past the red line, chips and tries to burn by with speed. Does, and reverse hit there from Nielsen. Borderline interference, but not going to be called. Onto Smith's stick, wide of the net from the point. Not a bounce off the boards in the Riels' favor as it's onto Friesen's stick. As too hard as it goes down for an icing. With 14:29 remaining in this one. It's recently a reverse hit there from Nielsen. Refs deemed it clean. Draw in the twin zone, won by the Riels. Circling up top, McNaughton sends that down low for Nielsen. Gets a pass out in front, deflects into the glove of O'Sullivan as we'll get another stoppage in play here. Yeah, this paper they give out at this Riels, well, at the front of these Riels games, it doesn't have the fully updated Twins roster yet, but great to see Friesen's name on the board, as well as Jace Matthews, as another save made by O'Sullivan gets another stoppage. But for this Twins team, as mentioned, it's been since 2011-2012, and that's when they had made it to the finals last, too. That they've made it past this point. The next year, they took their opponent to 7 games. Forget who it was off the top of my head. For the Riels, it's been a while, too, since they've made it to the Elite Eight. Coming up on a decade soon here. 9 years to this point. But the last time they did, they ended up going on a championship run. One of the most impressive teams all season long in the mmjhl. They were really hovering around that top 3 position all season long. At points they were in second. I think I speak for a lot of people, though, when saying, I mean, they swung big and they swung with success at the deadline. Bringing in Nielsen as well as Haworth at the deadline, absolutely big time. And also getting McNaughton into the mix. That's what Zach Franco has done throughout his time in St. Boniface. He's been tactical and aggressive so far as this puck gets sent down all the way down low. Keaton behind the back gets that up the boards to Smith. Actually past him onto the stick of Vitelli. Gets rubbed out. Another rub there. Oh, from behind now, Smith taking out Vitelli. That'll be a delayed call here on the play. Rightfully so. That was a bad one from Smith. He's looking for some retribution, but it'll cost the Riels early on. A man going to the box. They lead in shots 4-1 here early on, too. Our first period power plays and penalty kills brought to you by McCann Fasteners and Tools, your one-stop shop for all your industrial needs. As Tremblay gets waved out of the draw, it'll be Eric Voth to come on now on a Twins power play that scored their first PP goal of the series last game. That shot blocked on the way through from Balashaw, couldn't get it there, but picked up by Gorchinski now. Up top to Matani, plays that to Gorchinski at the left face-off circle, back up to Matani, hesitates now up that right side. His shot blocked and into the netting. And we will get another face-off inside of the Riels zone. This time Tremblay back on it. This time it'll be the Riels who win it. Balshaw wins the puck battle in the corner, though. Gets that up top to Matani again and back to Balshaw. Back to Matani across to Gorchinski. He fakes the shot, kicks outside. Gorchinski pass across, threaded. Balshaw turned aside there by Haworth. Huge save on this power play early. Sent out now by the Riels off of a stick of a Twin. Meaning we will get a face-off outside of the Riel zone here. Take it, Medwick wins it. Back to Johnson, goes across to Matani. Played up to Lizotte near the blue line. So same D pairing stays out for Fort Garry, but changing up their forwards a bit as Johnson out there. It's over Hedlund. Back up top, Lizotte. Fakes the slap shot. Mishandles the fake, though. Turned over onto the stick of Davis as he sends this all the way down. Connor Davis, that is. Of course, earned player of the game honors back in game one in the Riels 3-1 game one victory. Banked off the boards there by Ethan Johnson. 2 Riels get there. Hyra has that taken away from himself. To Lizotte, up top, Johnson, his blast, blocked by Connor Davis, and Davis now trying to dangle through, gets disrupted. If not for that, he would have been gone. Number 96 displaying, of course, the grit and then the skill. 10 seconds remains now on the power play. Medwick down below, into the slot, cover it up well by Carson Dubois, held in by Matani. Up that right wall to Medwick now. We're back to even strength. Into the slot, save made by Haworth. Twins couldn't get it up on that one. Need to be able to raise it, of course. Dubois struggling with it in his own end. Turned over, Twins with it. Now into the slot. That pass missing, but picked up by the Twins again. Trying to be hard on it, and it's sent all the way out finally for this Riels group, but it'll be the Twins coming right back in again. Shots now 4-4. Matani in on the forecheck. Trying to win this puck off of Ethan Alsop, but he's not giving an inch. Physical on the board battle. Him and Matani still going at it behind the scenes. The puck ends all the way down into the Twin zone. Riels look to control. Up at the point. Nice fake by Brzezinski. Loses possession of the puck, but left to drop for Smith in the end. Backdoor one-timer. Oh, what a save made. Wasn't quite a one-timer. Hesitation for about a millisecond before shooting it, and that gave O'Sullivan just enough time to get across to make the save. Getting stopped in play with 10:03 remaining in the first, still 0-0. I guess if this game will be anything like Game 3 or the series before, sometimes we haven't gotten a goal until over that first half in the first period. We'll see if this changes and if the Riels can also break the trend of being scored on against first in their games against Southdale. Sam Alsop wins the draw. Off of the boards it goes, with pickpocketing him was a Twins player in Gilberto. Ends up back into the Riels possession, though. And that'll be carried and turned over. Trombley, a hat trick last game. His first shot of this one turned aside by Haworth. We'll get a face-off inside of the Riels zone. This top line staying out. It's one that's filled with skill for this Twins team. Trombley, Gorchinski, the top 2 leading point getters on this year's squad out there. Along Gilberto, who was really good on that line with Osterman and Halamandaris last year, for any of you that may have tuned into Twins hockey. But Gorchinski circles around behind the net, evading the check, gets a good Gilberto. It's deflected up. That shot low from the point. Rebound was there, but no Twin was there to pick it up. It's stretched to Trot now. His shot just wide of the net on the rush in. And it gets rimmed around all the way up top to Gorchinski. Nice pass through Hedlund. Side of the net. Now Trombley puts one on net. Rebound there. Out wide by Gorchinski. Fanned on the shot. Here's a stretch pass up now that misses on the play. Riels able to win the race to the puck, though. No icing on the play. Twins picking it up. It'll be Hedlund moving through the neutral zone. Short pass up to Gorchinski just before the line. Sent in to the Riels zone as they look to break out now. They do just that. Up that left side. Offside on the play. Be just outside of the Twins zone. They win this one, and Fort Garry looks to skate it up from the back end. It's Matani dangling through. Matani loses it and skates for a moment, unable to beat Smith. And it'll be the Riels looking to break up with speed, going that way, but it'll be turned over. Nice move to the middle by Belshaw. Still on Belshaw. His shot, rebound, there, scores! Well, it's back-to-back rush chances, it seems like, for both of these teams. A lot going on back and forth, and then the Twins, they finally do create off of a chance coming in. It's a nice play by Belshaw to flip it over the stick with the back end, protecting it, getting to that right side to give himself an open shot lane, a shot that Haworth can handle. And a nice job by the Twins, continuing to go hard to the net. It's Tremblay playing like his career depends on it, literally, as this is his last year on the team, I do believe. I'll fact check that coming up, but would not be contained, heading to the net. Had a step on the player as he got there, covering him, the Riel player, as it is 1-0 for the Twins, opening up the scoring here at Southdale Arena for the third straight time. Side of the net, though, turned over. The Twins, though, nice job to defend and get it out of the zone. All the way back into the Riels end now, into the skates of Hyra. Leaves it for McNaughton, who will circle back. McNaughton now plays up the middle to Nielsen. His pass off the mark of Brzezinski. Here come the Twins again. Neufeld now, low shot and rebound given up. But a nice job by the Riels to clear it away. Rebound again, this time into the glove. Catching that in midair was Haworth. So we'll get a stoppage. 7:15 remaining. Sloan Tremblay opening up the scoring. He'll be right back out there. With that top line, Sam Alsip will be kicked out of the draw. Bringing in number 19 in Carson Dubois. That'll be won by Tremblay, but pickpocketed by the Riels as they head up the right side. Delayed and fed to the point. That shot blocked on the way through by Cockle. So it didn't get through to the slot now, but the Riels unable to do anything with that. Sent in deep again. O'Sullivan out to play it at his net. And a nice dangle through. Hedlund loses possession of the puck finally onto the stick of Gilberto. Keeps that down low. Hedlund, short pass into the slot. No one there, though, for the Twins as it's sent out. And by the way, as Tremblay has the puck now, he is an 0-2. So this, of course, any game where he loses in could be his last. Luckily for him, he's got the first goal in this game. Sent all the way down, no icing on the play. Both teams getting off for changes of some capacity. Gorchinski sends this cross ice now into the area of Canoe. Into the neutral zone. Matani gets bumped. 2 Riels on him. It's picked up by Stepik. Flipped further into the neutral zone where it'll go past. Jumping over the stick of Ethan Johnson. Sent across now into the skate of Friesen. Couldn't handle that pass any better afterwards. Hyra now just before the blue line. Gets it in. Loose puck gets through now for the Riels. O'Sullivan able to stand up to the challenge, though. Now that shot just on net. Canoe gets it as he goes off for a change. The rest of the Twins still on the forecheck. They regroup now in the neutral zone. Friesen tried one-touch passing that, but couldn't. Davis sends it back to the blue line now. The Riels unable to enter into the zone cleanly. Picked up in the neutral zone. Matt Lizotte sends it in deep, rims it around, getting on it first. Takes a weird bounce, actually. Balshaw looks like he was going to get to the puck first, but didn't. Sent in deep again, just before the blue line, where it's going to be in the skates of Aiden Hira. He ends up crouching down to protect himself or something. Matt Lizotte was in on the forward check. This gets flipped up into the neutral zone by the Riels, but could not connect with a teammate. Just past the blue line, it's Lizotte, who is offside, gets rubbed out into the corner afterwards by Hines. So with 4:44 remaining, Twins with the shot lead and the lead on the scoreboard. This first period brought to you by Mid-Canada Fasteners and Tools, a one-stop shop for all your industrial needs. Check out their website at midcanadafasteners.shop for more information. Draw will be won now by the Riels and sent all the way in to the Twin zone. Nice play by Hira. A few dangles now. Sorry, that's Brzezinski, who looks to dangle through almost, but couldn't quite split the D. Played along the wall. Now past Ethan Alsop all the way down. Gorchinski giving chase, but that'll be too far for an icing. Bachnecht first one on it. Aaron Nielsen will be the one to take the draw. Number 88. He wins it. It's back to the point. One-timer there from Bachnecht. Wide, though. I don't think got the most of it he could either. But a short pass now. As the Twins look to break out. They can. It's still at the line. Inside their blue line, that is, and sent all the way down deep. Rimmed around now into the skates of Gilberto. Ends up getting that into the neutral zone. Now it'll be Gorchinski holding it down before sending it on net. Looking for a rebound, but this time Haworth not giving it up. There's a scrum beside the side of the net. Now Trombley going at it with a Riel. Ethan Alsop, that is. Speaking of fight night, wow, we saw that on Thursday in St. Vital. Two legit fights. As this draw one to Matani. His shot through wide of the net. It'll be rimmed around to the point. Johnson fans on the puck. Puck sent all the way in deep. All the way down into the Twin zone for an icing. It'll be Tazio Cianflone on to take the draw up against Sam Alsop. It'll be won by Cianflone. Great job by him. Twins go D to D. Matani, his shot deflected on the way through, I believe. And tracking that well was Ashton Haworth. Draw this time to the glove side of Haworth. Cianflone on to take it again. Wins it towards the boards as this gets sent down low now. Gibson on it. Out in front. Pass could not connect, and it's turned over into the Riels' possession. Dubois trying to go under the stick, but couldn't. It'll be Tazio Cianflone. Gets a pass up to Gibson. He delays into the skate of Tazio. Now his shot turned aside. Nice job by him to create a chance out of something that looked like maybe it wasn't. They're pickpocketing now. The Riels looking to attack the other way. Matani with some trouble out there with his D partner in Johnson. Puck gets sent out all the way into the neutral zone. Miscommunication from the Riels on that sequence, deciding who was going to take the puck. They're able to survive it, though. It's with Last few minutes to play. It's played up into the neutral zone, all the way down into the defensive zone of the Riels. Puck still remains in the neutral zone. Gorchinski now ends up hard on the forward check. Tremblay, his shot turned aside, side of the net. Gorchinski now, his pass out in front, could not connect, and it'll be the Riels looking to head the other way now through the neutral zone. Nice job by Fort Garry defending that so far in this period. Played to the slot, backhand on net from behind the back of McNaughton. There'll be a whistle coming up with 1:54 remaining in period number 1. Captain Twin, Sloan Tremblay, opening up the scoring in this one. Minutes ago at this point. 1:54 remaining in the period. 13-8 the shots in favor of Fort Garry. Draw will be won by them as well onto the stick of Nathan Cockle. D-to-D, Cockle gets it back now from his partner. Flips it all the way down. Icing called originally, but waved off. So it'll be the Riels now. Blade offside on the play for the Twins. They'll bring a stoppage to play here with 1:33 remaining. Draw lost by Hines, won by Cianflone as the Twins send that all the way in deep, rimmed around as Gibson gets it down low, keeps it there. 1:25 remaining. To the stick of Davis for a moment before he gets played to the net. Oh, nice save there by Haworth on Gibson. Gibson couldn't elevate it though. Maybe would have been the difference on that one. It was all the way down. Coming up on the final minute of play. Two Riels battling down low, out into the front of the slot. Hines there, couldn't get it though onto his skate, or stick that is, was his teammate. This gets sent across, where Neufeld will be first checker on Keating. Able to rub the body and look to take it up the other way. It'll be Keating through the neutral zone. Coming in now, he delays, tries going back door to Davis. Connor Davis that is, but cannot. 34 seconds remaining now. Hines plays it up to the top of the point. Has it wide of the net though. That's Neufeld. Tries banking that out, can off of the boards. Be the Riels still on it. Side of the net, Hines wraparound chance, but not fooling O'Sullivan on that one. 12 seconds remaining. A Riel battling at the point. Smith try getting it to the net. 6 seconds remaining now from the point. That shot not through, blocked up well by the Twins. The Twin gets bodied to the ground. Now some scrums ensue inside of the Twins zone. It is elimination night for one of these teams, the Twins. One of these teams getting a bit impatient maybe in the Riels, looking to move forward with the win. Down 1-0 after the first 20. Shots may change, but they're marked right now on the scoreboard 14-8 as the refs trying to break this up. They finally do. Both teams skating to their respective benches now. And both teams will skate off at this point. So yeah, really good period. Some good back and forth action there. And yeah, I mean, players are going to have to step up for this Twins team. Belshaw did exactly that off of that dangle. I love that backhand flip over the stick to keep your momentum going, pulling off a dangle that works. And yeah, taking that out wide. Tremblay, you know, winning positioning inside and getting that rebound chance. That was big time. That top line, by the way, for Fort Garry, been really impressed from what I've seen from them so far. Done a great job at hemming in the Riels on cycles, creating their chances. Tazio Cianflone, he also continues to impress me for this Twins team. ended up taking a puck off of the skate and getting it into a one-time position for himself. That takes some skill. O'Sullivan's been up to the task. This Riels team has had their chances. Just want to get back to, having more success breaking out of their own end. Got to find a way to beat a Fort Garry Twins forecheck that has been pretty good at disrupting any transitions out so far. Riels have had their chances on net, but got to find a way to get those shots through the traffic. Better yet, break inside into those high danger scoring areas in front and connect against this Twins goalie. And O'Sullivan, who's been great in these past game and I guess a period now. Been really good throughout the series. Both these goaltenders have been. This first period was brought to you by Mick Fasteners and Tools, your one-stop shop for all your industrial needs. For the third time in a row in this series, at this rink, it's the Riels who open up the scoring, or no, not open up the scoring, who trail on the scoreboard. It's the Twins who open up the scoring here at Southdale for the third game in a row. We'll be back for the second period, call a bit more first period breakdowns too as we get out of our first intermission. But yeah, thank you to Mick Fasteners and Tools for sponsoring this first period, for supporting MMJHL hockey here on the network, your one-stop shop for all your industrial needs. Be sure to visit their store locations in Brandon and Winnipeg today, as well as their website at mickfasteners.shop for more details on if you want to make a purchase with them. 1-0, Twins lead in a elimination game for themselves, down 3-1 in this best of 7 in the Elite 8 to the home team, the St. Boniface Riels. And welcome back in, everybody, to the Southdale Community Center. Just about ready to get period number 2 here started. Zamboni makes its final lap around the ice. First period of this one saw shots 14-8 in favor of the visitors in the Fort Garry Twins. And also, with them having the 1-0 lead after the first 20 minutes, was a goal scored by Sloan Tremblay. His 4th goal in 2 games here has really been a difference maker for this Fort Garry Twins team in these last few games. No, sorry everybody, it was Medwick who ended up scoring that first goal. Had it confused. It was Darian Medwick from David Balshaw and Matt Lizotte at 11:39. Apologies there for getting it wrong. Matt Smith had the only penalty of that period, putting the Twins on a power play, which they didn't score on. The Riels, their penalty kill has been something of a strength for them so far in this postseason, as well as their power play. The Twins looking to stay clean in the box, or out of the box, trying to stay clean to be out of it. But they had success last game, killing off 4 Riels power plays. Going to be something that they have to potentially look at doing again tonight if they do end up getting into the box. But O'Sullivan's been great so far in the 8 saves that he's made. Some of them have been of quality at that. One of them he had to come across to make one when a Riels player can't exactly remember who it was. Took about half a second to release the puck. Rather than one-timing it to settle it down, was able to allow number 30 in O'Sullivan to make the save to come across. It's the Riels making their way onto the ice now. For the second period, by the way, that will be brought to you by Terrico. Serving Manitoba producers for over 80 years in the agricultural industry. Check out their website at terrico.ca for more information. As for the bracket, of course, the Riels one win away from punching their ticket into the Final Four. The Twins looking to have something to say about that, though. So they're looking to force a Game 6 that'll be played on Tuesday night at Century Arena. Of course, the St. Vital Junior Victorias played against the Charleswood Hawks earlier today in Game 5 this afternoon, winning that one 8-4. And by the way, Tyler Rubini for the Victorias now tied for the playoff points lead with Rory Neal, having a huge game for himself today. And it's not Gillison, but Gilson. Luke Gilson. Lucas Gilson, that is, scoring twice for the Vics. 4 goals in 2 games, the past 2 games for him now. Netchwood also getting the board in that one. But as for this one, ladies and gentlemen, we're set to get going for the second period. Brought to you by Terrico. Medwick, the game's only goal scorer, on to take the draw. It'll be won by the Riels, and here we go. Berzinski now breaking in down that left side. Delays up to the point. That shot through and turned aside into the corner by O'Sullivan. Held in by Keating. Played down that left side. McNaughton out there along with the rest of his line mates on his first line, and Berzinski and Nielsen. Puck gets past the stick of Nielsen now is for Garry. Looking to alleviate this pressure early on off of the skate of Balshaw, though. Lozotte's breakout pass goes. He challenges in the neutral zone. Berzinski able to almost outmuscle him. McNaughton, his shot on net, turned aside there by O'Sullivan. First on it will be Nielsen now out of the corner. Shot on net, that tipped. And O'Sullivan just able to get a piece of it. It'll be a delayed penalty here on the play coming up to the Fort Garry Twins. So we're just talking about them not taking any penalties in the first period. It'll be their first 2-minute minor penalty of the game, and losing, well, you could argue, their best defenseman in the process, and Sam Matani. As this power play and penalty kill sequence brought to you by Terrico. Draw one by the Riels, but sent out as it was a contested one draw at that. Twins were able to get a stick on it and send it all the way down low. Gilberto now challenging. Sees this pass dropped before it'll be the Riels working down the right side. Nate Hines has been really good in these playoffs so far. Leaves it up top for Connor Davis. Back down low to Alsip. Almost gets that sticked away. Battling along the boards now, the Riels and Twins. Getting a stick on it is Sam Alsip. Gets that back to the point to Connor Davis, who works that back down low to Cole Davis. Up to the opposite point, Dylan Bachnet, or no, Hines. It is Hines gets it back. Trying to stick handle past Tremblay. Can't. Has his pass intercepted. Ended up hitting the stick of Hines on the way past, disrupted it, and works in to his favor. Potential 3-on-1 breaking out, and that one unable to find Cole Davis. Cleanly across. Nice defensive play by the Twins. Riels still working with this puck high up in the zone. Keating tries getting that down low. Can't. Fighting with the stick though is Alsip on Voth. 2 minutes, 42 seconds remaining in the slot. Now scores! Well, it is a power play by the statistics. I'm not sure how accurate the stats are because I went back and calculated all their power play goals and their attempts, but as the site has it, 33.3% on the power play heading into this matchup. It's actually a 4-minute penalty. I had that wrong. Coming to Matani. Now cut down to 2 minutes off of that 4. But just what this Riels team needs to get this game tied up again. Beautiful puck work. Finished off by Cole Davis in the slot. Alsip on the primary assist. Brzezinski now feeds a man low slot. That shot turned aside by O'Sullivan. It was McNaughton who had a chance. Working it up top now. Brzezinski, his shot gets blocked. Trying to get through. McNaughton, short pass. Ends up top to Brzezinski. Works his way in. No, wait, he drops it. Gets on net. Turned aside by O'Sullivan. The Twins still trying to get it out. Cianflone finally does. And plays a pass across onto the back end of Gorchinski, who tries dangling pass and does. Nice silky move by Gorchinski. He's swarmed by a bunch of Riels, though, below that goal line. Be picked up by St. Boniface now. Bit of dangles before a pass. That one can't get past the line. And it'll be onto the stick of Cianflone. Shot from high up. Glove down by Haworth. With 41 seconds remaining on this, what was a 4-minute penalty for Matani. On the breakout, here come the Riels. Up that left side, Nielsen. Called offside. With 16:21 remaining, 31 seconds in the Matani penalty, but 16:21 remaining left in this game. Score is tied up at 1 apiece after Cole Davis scored in the first half of the power play. Puck will be picked up by Connor Davis now. So he leaves a drop for a teammate. Now it'll be Matt Smith who leaves it back for Connor Davis. Davis sends a man flying off of a stick move past him. Smith now muscling his way through low slot to Connor Davis. That one can't connect. 8 seconds remain. Sent out now onto the stick of Gibson as just past the red line. Sends it in as we're back to even strength. 1 goal on that 4-minute power play for the Riels. Good enough to have them tied back up in this game. Almost trouble for the Twins inside their own end, but able to break it out. Balshaw pitches one over to Medwig and scores! Well, I was a bit behind on the play. It's Matt Lazat getting loose in the slot. A familiar spot for him. He scored in a similar position in game number 3 This time lets a true one-timer go. Nice puck work by the Twins, winning their battles along the boards. With that, they grab a 2-1 lead. With 16:31 remaining, how do the Riels respond now? And of course, the hardest game to win, the elimination game, no matter what game that is. And for this team, in a position this year where they weren't last year, right? Where they're the favorites. They've been leading for the majority of the series at this point and still are. Work down low again, the Twins. They might have found something down low. It's played up to the slot point. Cockle, his shot through wide of the net. Just looking for some deflections, perhaps. A Riel gets sent to the ice. No call on the play. This puck now sent past Cockle. Down to chase a truck. Tries getting into the net. This time has it pickpocketed. That shot, Hyra, wide of the net. It'll be stormed in. Renville picks up. Side of the net. Alsip now tried going out in front to Trot. Couldn't find him. Held in at the point by a Riel now. As Hyra sends it down low. Into the direction of Sam Alsip. Puck gets past him. Played by Hedlund. Missed opportunity for the Twins. Oh, that went off of the crossbar. Brzezinski shot. So close to tying this game up again. But if we go back to the season series between these two teams, it was the Riels who won the first 2 games of the season series before the Twins won 3 in a row. They'll need... Oh, it's a bad bounce for the Twins, almost off of Matani into his own net. That shot blocked at the point. Alsip can't get it through. That was Ethan, and now it's turned over. Gilberto has Gorchinski heading to the net. Nice defensive play by the Riels coming down. I believe that net is off its bearings too. So we got a stoppage play. Draw will be outside of the Riel zone. Tremblay will be out to take it. Now this Twins team won 3 games in a row down the stretch in this season series. So this is a team that, I mean, hey, you got to give them a lot of credit. At the end of the season, 7-3 to end off. Second best record in that span out of any team. Besides, I believe, the Canucks. And now they have nothing to lose. And this is a team that, of course, has found their offense as the season has gone along. We're starting to see them with more in the Game 4 win in this game alone compared to the rest of the series. 6 goals combined now compared to the 2 they had in the first 3 games. Of course, Haworth had that shutout in game number 2 at Century. Tremblay tries sending that puck to the slot to Lazat. It gets played to the point to Johnson. Goes D-to-D. Matani. That shot deflected. Rebound there. Turned aside by Haworth. Picked up by Brzezinski now. He leaves a short pass for Stepik. That gets disrupted, batted away. That'll be Johnson picking it up. Goes across to Gorchinski. Unloads his shot, blocked through the traffic there. Up top now, Gorchinski, his shot. Haworth on the ground, or on the ice that is. But Gorchinski couldn't get that shot on net. 31 lucky there, Gorchinski now. Down low again. There's a high stick on the play, not called as Gorchinski now onto the ice. Riels and Twins getting rough afterwards behind the goal line. As the refs sorting things out, or just breaking things up, that is. .12:29 remains, and of course, game number 6 of this one, if there is a game 6, will be played on Tuesday night. If it gets extended to 7, it would be played on Friday. So we're back to play now, back to action here upon this face-off draw. Cien flown on to take it. and ends up winning it. Gets played back to the slot. Cianflone just wide of the net on the shot. As this puck played down below, it's the Fort Garry Twins who now have the puck sent out of their own end. Or can't keep it. It's sent into their end. Sorry, sent out of the Riels zone. It's off the boards, turned over onto the stick of Newfound. Takes a hit to make a play, passes it, completes it to Gibson. Goes across to Cianflone, unloads his shot. Turned aside by the snap of the leather by Haworth. Shots now 19 or 18 to 13 for Fort Garry. Yeah, I've been really impressed with 23 for the Twins throughout these playoffs. It seems like he's always in a good spot to be creating an opportunity for himself to create offense, whether that's a shot or a pass. A shot, as we just saw. Draw will be to the outside now of the Riels zone. McNaughton loses it to Medwick. Riels, though, controlling D2D in their own end. It goes back. Where now it'll be into center ice. Onto the net now as Brzezinski can get to that loose puck that went past Cockle. Nielsen taking the draw against Medwick. Medwick wins it. On to Matani's stick as he goes for a little skate before passing it to Balshaw before exiting the zone. Balshaw now, his shot through but wide of the net. And picked up by the Riels, heading the other way. That pass can be cradled in initially by Nielsen, but picks it off, blocks it himself, tries taking this to the net, does wrap around out in front, loose puck, cleared away by the Twins for now. Sent back into the corner. What a chance there for 88 to get on the board for the first time tonight. Potentially a chance, though, as that top line coming out the other way. It's onto the stick. Brzezinski tries going backdoor to Nielsen, but that pass intercepted. And now it'll be the Twins coming the other way. Lizotte tries banking the pass. Past a Riels player. That shot afterwards turned aside by Haworth. Now onto the stick. Brzezinski trying to dangle pass but can't. Gets that to the point. That shot turned aside. Keating from the point let it go. Johnson now fending off number 10 in Alsip before connecting with an outlet pass off of the boards and a cross pass to Johnson. Nice dangle into the middle. Johnson tries getting a shot through but can't get it there. Be sent across and now sent up into the neutral zone. Brzezinski now trying to dangle. Sorry, that was Trott rather, but lost possession of the puck. Intercepted again by the Riels in the neutral zone and brought in. That shot low and wide of the net. Alsip couldn't get to that puck before it got out of the zone. So now it'll be the Riels sending it in, going off for a change. Most of their players. Trott still out there. From the side, from the corner. Wraparound chance there. O'Sullivan up to the task, out to the point. It's Alsip. Ethan, that is. His shot can't get through. As the Riels now starting to hem in this Twins team. That shot wide of the net, picked up by Gilberto. Sends that, or keeps that deep in his own end, below the goal line. Onto the stick of Matani, who makes his way up. Matani flips this all the way into the neutral zone. Ends up into the Riels zone. No icing on the play. Gilberto will give chase on the puck. Out there along with Gorchinski. Out to Hedlund. That pass can't connect with him. And sent all the way down into the Twin zone, where it'll be Caligari. Stretch pass up to Gorchinski, but couldn't cradle it. It'll be into the neutral zone now. A delayed penalty on the play. Too many men, that is. Not the trip that I think the Riels were calling for. And it'll be coming up against the Twins. Be interested to see who they get to serve it. I believe it'll be Garry. Yep, number 29 goes to the box. And here's another chance for this Riels team to strike. Struck first on the power play for their first one earlier on in this period. With 8:54 remaining, we'll see if they can do it again. Tremblay on the draw, wins that to the boards, but it'll be possessed by the Riels. Davis works it across. Keating into the skates of Hines. Back up top to Keating now. His shot wide of the net as it made its way through. Picked up off the boards by Davis. Being pressured, decides to send that all the way down low. Johnson unable to get it out. Held in by Hines to Keating, across to Davis. Back up top to Hines. Right point. He walks in. Traffic in front. Delane doesn't like what he sees. Gets it back. Connor Davis deflects through on the shot, but wide of the net. Keating gets to the opposite point. Into the skates now of Hines before Tremblay sends that in out of the zone. Carried in now by Keating. He'll delay in the corner, being rubbed out there by Matani. Riel's able to get this up top. Across now, Hines, his shot. Turned aside, just getting a blocker on it. O'Sullivan sits down low. Nicole Davis, goal scorer in this one. Out in front in the slot into the skates. And not going to do it for St. Boniface. Is under a minute left. They leave most of their guys out. Nielsen there tips it in. Deflects it in rather, before Garry able to send it almost back into their zone. Nice dangle by Davis before weaving in to the offensive zone. Wraparound try there. Davis left it, but no rebound on the play. Well, there was a rebound, sorry, but no Riel player was there to get it. So now most of their top unit goes off. 23 seconds remaining now on the kill for Garry. Delayed offside on the play now is Nielsen. He's carrying it in. 7:11 remains. 17 seconds on the Riels power play. That draw will be won by the Twins, but now picked up by the Riels. McNaughton working his way in, got disrupted. Brzezinski first one on it. Time expiring on this power play. McNaughton leaves a short little drop for Nielsen. Back up top to the point. That for rebound there! Oh, off the side of the net. Brzezinski goes. Just couldn't get that loose puck to settle down fast enough. 6:41 remains now in the second. 2-1, Twins still lead. As Johnson intercepts this puck up the boards. That shot through almost. Hallworth tried getting the glove on it. Now the Riels look to get this out. Ends up into the boards. I believe over top of the glass for a moment. So I believe we will get a face-off inside of the Riel zone. Medwick in to take it for the Twins. Hines for the Riels. Hines will win it as the Riels go D to D. It's played all the way into the Fort Garry zone now, where Ethan Johnson will have it. Sends that into the neutral zone. Bobbling puck, being pressured, a Riels player, but gets it out. Turned over though onto Matani's stick. He dangles, protects with a drag to the outside. Backhand pass through. Can't connect though. The player, as it'll be the Riels, coming down the other way. Has a player with him. It was Davis going to the net, but Hines elected to shoot. Turned aside by O'Sullivan. Turned over now high up in the zone. It'll be Davis trying to get to the net. Medwick with a great defensive play to stay on him. And for Garry, able to get it out. 5:35 remaining now. All the way down. No icing on the play. It was too slow to get there. D to D, the Riels go. Played into the neutral zone now. It's a 3-on-2 developing. Hines into the slot, covered up well by the Twins. Loose puck picked up. Now Nielsen to the net. Puck off, or net off the Barons. Be delayed penalty here on the play too. A hook. Nielsen drawing it. So the Riels can't cleanly break into the low slot, but starting to break through to the point where they're getting a bit more separation, and drawing a penalty there was Aaron Nielsen. Of course, him and Haworth, original members of the River East Royal Knights, before getting traded. This Riels power play and Twins penalty kill brought to you by Terrico. Serving Manitoba producers for over 80 years in the agricultural industry. Check out their website at terico.ca for more information. McNaughton goes up top to the point. So it goes down low onto the stick of Nielsen, the one who drew it. Up top back to Bachneck. Onto the stick of Riel. Cross-ice pass. That one, McNaughton can't get it loose. Rebound. Ref saying that the net was off. Brzezinski arguing his case that they blew it too fast. Twins go off for a change. Be Nielsen still out there. McNaughton with him, along with Sam Alsop. Sent out by Lizotte. Past Brzezinski, all the way down onto the stick of Haworth, who comes to stand up and leave a puck for Dylan Bachneck, who gets closed out, draws players to him. Nice play to open up to Nielsen. Up that left side, deflected on net into the crest area, though. A goaltender in O'Sullivan, meaning we'll get a stop and play here with 1:11 left on the Johnson penalty for Fort Garry. 2-1 is the score. Still, with 4:23 remaining in the Medwick loses that draw to Davis, back to Keating, across to Hines, back up top to Keating now, across to Davis, fakes before going to number 94, delays, kicked out to 77, and Hines shot through, rebound, loose puck there in the feet, wide of the net. That goes behind the back pass to Cole Davis. Along that half wall, Davis surveying options, 44 seconds remain. Hines now up top to Keating. He looks to shoot. He does now. Shot can't get through. Loose puck cleared away by the Twins. With 34 seconds remaining now on the Riels man advantage. It's Hines. Breaks ankles on Matani. Dangling. Can't complete the final move though, as Hines loses it in the corner. Tied up. It's onto the stick of Alsip. Gets that up top to Keating, to Hines now, back to Keating. He goes to Davis now. He shoots that, turned aside. Sharp angle by O'Sullivan. 9 seconds now of this power play. Hines now sends it down low. We're back, even strength, low slot, defended well by the Twins. Side of the net, not off again. The ref will see if he calls it. Ends up off the post. Eye of the net. And finally they do blow the play dead. So the net is off its bearings, flying all over the place. (23-21) in favor of the Riels in shots now, by the way. As they try to get that net sorted out, it's about the second time within like the last 4 minutes, it seems like, that it's come off its bearings in that end specifically. Can be quite a hassle to deal with, but this draw will be won by the Riels. Some nice chances at times on that power play. As in the corner, it'll be onto the stick. McNaughton down below, off of the backboards. To a player up top. That shot deflected. Side of the net, trying to tweener. Oh, what a save made by O'Sullivan. So it gets a bit physical in front of the net as well, with 2:35 remaining in the frame. As the refs try to get the net sorted out, still trying to make sure it's in its bearings. So draw will be won by Tremblay, picked up. Good forecheck by Berzinski as he battles along the wall. McNaughton, now his loose puck, picked up by Berzinski. Goes off the boards and down low to Nielsen, onto the stick of McNaughton, working in the corner against Tremblay, able to get out of there as McNaughton up to the point. McNaughton gets it back, down low to Nielsen, who battles with Cockle, able to bank that off the boards as Cockle, but Riels still keep this one in the zone. Rimmed around opposite side, Tremblay connects with Gorchinski on a breakout pass, sends this across into the opposite corner, as it'll be Ethan Alsop who turns it over. Brought in by Tremblay, backhand, gets his own rebound, there it is, scores! Or no, this will be waved off. Tremblay sold me on his celebration. Got his own rebound, kept going to the net after even taking that backhand shot. Man, Tremblay, just such a big, powerful player. That was a brilliant shot too, can create chaos in many different ways, though. Off the backhand, that time around, getting his own rebound. He'll set up a face-off draw inside the Riels zone with 1:45 remaining in this period. Medwick out to take it, loses this to a Riel before they send this all the way down. Hops over the stick of Johnson, giving chase. Brzezinski turned over. Here's a chance, Slobosian. Now his shot won't be able to connect. There, it's actually Matt Trott out there. Slobosian side of the net, tried the wraparound chance. It's Trott, lost his stick. Trying to get onside now. Matani goes D to D along with Johnson out there, finds 15 before he sends it in deep. As the Riels go D to D before sending it all the way down on for an icing. Shots 24-23 in favor of the Riels now. They were being outshot by quite a few shots in that first period. Now they trail on the scoreboard, still by one, down 2-1 here, heading into what could be the final minute, and yes, of the period now. Turned over, high up in the Riels zone, trying to bank it off those boards where the bench occupies it. A bit too high up as this puck got sent into the Riels bench. We'll get a face-off just outside of the Twins' offensive zone, which is the Riels zone. Draw will be won by Fort Garry, won by 13 in Tremblay. Turned over by Johnson as he got that into their zone. And it'll be Connor Davis now giving chase. Chip that puck out. Gets across. Cole Davis sends that down low onto the stick of Hines. Stripped. Ends up into the possession of Nate Hines, who had that turned over. Gilberto looks to skate it up. Down that right side, gets bodied by Hines. Circles back though before sending it across to Johnson. His shot through, turned aside by Hallworth. Rebound there somehow for Johnson. With 15 seconds left, couldn't pot that. We'll see if the Riels can potentially break out and get one more opportunity. Nope, turned over onto the stick of Gorchinski. Twins controlling their own end as Johnson, high saucer, glove down. The baseball player, gloving the ball down by Davis, gives Gorchinski a stick. A little hack on the way by. As now it'll be O'Sullivan bumping into a Riel on the way down to his end to get off. Yeah, 2-1 in favor of the Twins. They lead in shots by just one, actually, after that period, 25-24. It was a period, honestly, where I thought, compared to last period, the Riels really did turn on the pressure. It just could not find that final result that was needed for them to put that puck in the back of the net. O'Sullivan's been great in this one, has only allowed the one goal, of course, coming on that 4-minute power play from Matania, and that's what I was talking about. I mean, this Twins team needs to stay disciplined because you got the lead. I mean, even though they scored one goal throughout those 4 minutes, the Riels have proven that they have so much talent on that power play and they can work it around really well and create chaos out in front. Tremblay needs to continue to be the catalyst, I think, for this Twins team in this period. He doesn't have any points, and by the way, once again, got it wrong that he scored the first goal of this one. It was Medwick. The Twins, they'll need to continue to see great results out of that line with Medwick, Balshaw, along with Matt Lizotte, as that's a line that could supplement that top line that's creating a lot of good pressure of Gorchinski, Tremblay in this game, as well as Gilberto on that top line for this Twins team. But for the Riels, keep working at it, man. Keep working at it. Something could break at some point. Just got to get that finishing touch out there, and maybe you start scoring some more goals. They're down 2-1. We'll be back in just a bit here for a bit more second period analysis during the second intermission and the call of the third period. This was the second period brought to you by Terraco, serving Manitoba producers for over 80 years in the agricultural industry. Thank you to them for being a supporter of Manitoba Major Junior Hockey League hockey here on the network, and supporting gshow.ca and gshow Productions. Twins up 2-1, trying to stay alive for one more night, trying to force a game 6 here on Tuesday coming up at Century Arena. The Riels trying to do the opposite, trying to finish off, but down by one, heading into the final 20 miles of regulation. See you soon, folks, for period 3. And welcome back in, everybody, into Southdale Arena, Southdale Community Center for almost the start of period 3 here for game number 5 in this Elite 8 Round 1 series. Best of 7 in the mmjhl between the Fort Garry Twins, the visiting team, the number 6 seed taking on the 3 seed on the home side, the St. Boniface Riels. Riels trailing 2-1. After 40 minutes of play, they got on the board with a goal of their own on the power play, a 4-minute coming to Sam Matani in that period. Cole Davis would knot things up at 1 apiece at the time, and then it would be, well, the Fort Garry Twins who would answer back to regain the lead later on in that period, in period 2. Goal scored by Matt Lizotte, his second goal in 3 games. Second goal in a row here at Southdale Arena. David Balshaw has been having a great game so far tonight. That whole line of Lizotte, Balshaw, and Medwick provide the offense tonight for this Fort Garry Twins team. It's been huge for them to get not only that line going, their first line has been looking great as well. Tazio Cianflone's line has looked pretty good too, so things are kind of rolling for this Twins team. But for in terms of shots too, they're leading it 25-24. I'd say the Riels, as they make their way onto the ice now, but I'd say, yeah, like I was saying, the Riels, I think, had more better offensive zone sequences in that period for more of the majority of the time. Just had some trouble on the final product on their plays, as the Twins are now onto the ice. This third period of action, by the way, presented by Goaltenders, your goalie's personal video review service. Check out their website at gordytomlinsongoalies.ca for more information. No doubt we should be seeing these goaltenders putting on a show in this period. I have just a slight feeling that may happen. We may see some huge game-changing saves as we are underway here. The puck is dropped and won by the Twins, again, just like last period. And it's that line of Medwick, Lizotte, and Balshaw that starts things out on the line. As that shot wide of the net early on here in this period from the Riels, sent all the way down low. It'll be their top line starting out against what is Fort Garry's second line on paper. That shot wide of the net, picked up by Balshaw, tried saucing that up to Lizotte in the neutral zone, but had it turned over onto the stick of Balshaw again as he carries it up. Balshaw dangles in, nice move, Balshaw, oh, what a save made by Haworth. A big one already, what did I tell you? As the Riels come the other side now. That shot turned aside by the glove of number 30. And Michael O'Sullivan getting the stoppage here with 19:13 remaining in the frame. Shots now 26-25 in favor of Fort Garry. That shot from the point, wide of the net. Looking for a tip there was number 18 and Ethan Alsop. Puck in the neutral zone now. It'll be sent across number 88, and Aaron Nielsen sends this in deep. It'll be picked up high slot now, working to the point, and now back down low. Brzezinski sends it. 2 Riels in that corner there, looking to go to work. They win the puck possession. McNaughton, his shot from the corner, turned aside, and now it'll be picked off by the Twins, heading the other way. Shot sent on net, turned aside by Ashton Haworth. Sent up to Dylan Bachneck. Dangles to the middle before finding McNaughton. Short pass over to Nielsen. His shot wide of the net. Off of the backboards. Turned aside by O'Sullivan. There's a penalty coming up here on the play to St. Boniface. It'll be 2 for tripping, number 89, and Nathan Brzezinski going off. So with that, we'll leave our goaltender's graphic on, I guess, down below. Your goaltender's personal video review service. Sure to check out their website at gordytumblesongoalies.ca for more information. Trott picks it up here on the penalty kill for the Riels. Gets the puck out, spins out almost, but gets the puck back now. Trott, his shot wide of the net as it got deflected on the way through, hitting the stick. It'll be for Garry now. Getting this into the zone. Onto the stick of Renville. He sends that out, and it's caught by Johnson at his own blue line. Works that back to number 24 in Hedlund. He weaves his way in. And we're getting a pass to Medwig. Back onto the stick of Hedlund now. Protects, goes across ice to Gorchinski. Threads a pass back across to Johnson. Looking for options. Trying to thread the needle to Hedlund was Johnson, but could not. Puck gets sent all the way down. And out to play it and leave it there is O'Sullivan. Or I believe it's Johnson coming up with the puck. Or no, it's Gorchinski trying to dangle in. Now Gorchinski defended well there by Bachnecht. As the Riels get it out. .25 seconds remaining on the Brzezinski 2-minute minor for tripping now. It's Matani looking to work his way in. Matani trying to dangle with the toe drag. Can't. Shut down by the Riels. And it's sent all the way down low once again. As dangling past it, Gorchinski. 9 seconds in this power play now. Not much to show for it was for Garry. But side of the net now, working it out in front. Side of the net, Voth can't get it to Tremblay cleanly. He's disrupted there in the slot. Covered up well. So it'll be Smith who plays it across. Send that all the way down. Be left. Keating goes into the skates of one of his teammates on the pass, and Hines, he saw the hit coming though, as Gibson had a potential to really let him up and make things dangerous. Into the neutral zone, chipped in. Down low into the Twins zone, into the corner closest to our broadcast angle. I believe this will be picked up by the Riels, trying to work it along the boards, but can't. The Twins bank it out and send it all the way down where giving chase will be Keating. Played off of the glass to McNaughton, who gets it up to Hines. Now onto the stick of Cole Davis, who tries to work his way in now. Davis gets shut down by a Twin, and now here goes Neufeld. Other way, sends that on net. Glove down by Haworth, who leaves it for a teammate. Kept in by the Twins, turned over into the Riels' possession as it's Davis. Gets a pass up. Davis gets it back. His shot can't get through. Gets it left back now. Loose puck turned aside by O'Sullivan. As Cole Davis looking for his second of this contest. So we do bring goaltenders off the screen now. Face-off will be to the glove hand side of O'Sullivan. 14:32 remains. 28-26 the shots in favor of Fort Garry. Down below, it's the Twins. They're still in their own end. Riels working it. Trying to get this to the point. fending off a player down low. Not quite sure who that is. Might be Brzezinski from the side of the net there. McNaughton. Delayed penalty coming up here too now. As both players in, only one player in the corner actually. It's Brzezinski, who is back onto his feet. Holding his head though. Not a good sign. It will be the Twins going on to the penalty kill. 2 minutes interference. So we bring goaltenders back onto the screen here. Your goalie's personal video review service. As this draw won by the Twins. And into their corner. Both teams looking to scrap this puck out. It does finally. Matani picks it up though, off the boards and all the way down. Darian Medwick's 2-minute minor just getting started. 1:39 remaining in it. Pass across to Nate Hines as he starts things up. Goes across again to Connor Davis. Breaking in with speed. Davis, his shot, leaves a rebound into the corner, picked up by the Riels. This puck going to Ethan Alsop, sending that down low. Once again. Twins unable to clear it. This is picked up in the corner now by Sam Alsop. Gets that to the half wall. Back down low, out in front, out top to this point. Keating, it gets to Hines now. His shot gets blocked, trying to get through. Keating picks up the loose puck, sends that back to a Riels player. Shot gets saved and picked up by Connor Davis. Puck sent all the way out, almost hit Cole Davis on the way to the bench. With that, Haworth leaves it. 38 seconds remaining now. As Aaron Nielsen wheeling down that left side, tries dangling in. Loose puck trying to be picked up by the Riels, but they can't. Twins clear it all the way down again. 25 seconds remaining now on this man advantage. Ethan Alsop looks to start carrying this puck. He does. Through the neutral zone. Short pass just before the blue line to McNaughton. McNaughton now picking it up. Dangles to the right side. McNaughton to the point. Riels try going D to D. That one unable to be connected on as they regroup. We're back to even strength. Penalty over. Medwick comes back out of the box as McNaughton is there trying to work this up the wall along with his teammates. It's Brzezinski now in the corner, fighting as they got possession of it. Brzezinski, what a dangle at the blue line, backhands this towards the Twins bench. Brzezinski tries lighting up a Twins player now, but they're down the other way. Cross ice pass. Cianflone tries getting that down low to Gorchinski, but can't. Ty McNaughton now gets a pass across. Cianflone picks it off. As Cianflone battling along with Nielsen. Puck sent out of the Riels zone. Sent in again by the Twins. Off of a player, though, in Gibson. So we'll get a offside on the play. Just one moment, folks. We're going to continue to, of course, show the game here, but I'm going to mute myself while I figure out if our connection is still good. Sent across Slobosian, offside on the play called. The fans letting out a sigh of annoyance. A gasp in the crowd. So it does look like our connection is good for right now, folks. Apologies if we do get some lag in here. This building is filled up quite a bit too. That could be part of the reason why. But 11:02 remains on the clock. Draw won by the Twins. Flipped up and all the way down into the Riels zone, which will be there for an icing. Lazat couldn't beat Smith to the puck. 29-28, shots now in favor of the Riels. Scott Wong and his group of Twins look to survive for another night, for another game in mmjhl playoff action. Of course, we're down 3-0 in the series. Stayed in it with a 3-1 victory, or a 4-2 victory, to get the series to 3-1 back on Friday. This will be gloved down by Matani, turned over though into the possession of Connor Davis. With speed, Davis down the right side, gets the puck to the net, but no chance there available in front. Puck wide of the net from the point. Be the Riels trying to keep it in that right corner. Puck gets sent out, cleared away. Now onto the stick of number 2 in Renville, who got the pass up. No, sorry, number 7 in Noah Slobosian. It's the Twins now with the chance. Belshaw shot turned aside by Haworth. Medwick picks up in the corner now, getting that to the slot. Medwick still on it, staying on it as number 12 finally has it sticked away from himself. And Sam Alsop now saucer passes it to the middle, intercepted by Matani, and into the neutral zone again. Back into the Riels possession. Nate Hines dangles under the stick. Nice move by Hines, gets it to a teammate before getting it in deep. It'll be the Twins looking to play this up the wall. They don't. They play it to the opposite side, actually. Going cross ice to the middle. Can't beat that defensive stick of Bachnacht, and now a trip on the play, no call coming. McNaughton back on his feet trying to dangle past. Most likely would have liked to get the tripping call. A bad play into the boards there. No call as well. I think the old use of the homer term isn't appropriate at this point, as 2 missed calls there from these referees. I mean, one of those could have been boarding. So Riel went hard into the boards. The other could have obviously been a tripping on McNaughton, even though he was able to get back up on his feet. McNaughton and the rest of his Riel teammates, one of them still talking to the head linesman. I believe that's Dylan Bachnacht. The rest, though, lining up for the face-off draw. They do, and it's won again by the Twins. They play a D-to-D, where Cockle send that to a player in the neutral zone. Couldn't connect, though. Intercepted by the Riels. With speed, McNaughton off the boards through the neutral zone. Puck sent out of play. And with that, we'll get a stoppage with 9:04 remaining. Draw inside of the Twin zone. Be Nielsen on to take it against, I believe, Medwick. Tied up in the circle, shot wide of the net for this Riels team. Trying to keep it in, though they can't. Back into the neutral zone, skating with it. Brzezinski almost gets pickpocketed by Tremblay. He went for the hit on Ethan Alsip. Should have remembered the puck. Now carried offside by McNaughton. Couldn't hold the line where his wingers in Brzezinski and Nielsen. That top line goes off for the Riels now. The Twins getting their line of Gibson, Cienflone, and Neufeld out. Straw will be won by Cienflone. Been a common occurrence here tonight for Garry with the advantage in the face-off circle. Onto the stick of Matani, tried dangling through, could not, intercepted. It'll be a draw pass to Slobosian, sends that into the corner. I believe it's Trott out there, battling along with Johnson. Johnson able to shovel this puck up to a teammate before the Twins able to send this out as they go out and break this puck out. Gibson now giving chase on Renville. He plays that up to Dubois. Dubois onto the stick of Slobosian. Number 8 in Brandon Slobosian, that is. Tried taking the puck to the middle before losing it. It'll be the Twins the other way. Neufeld now protecting, going to the backhand before sends it down low. Staying in the play, though, on the shift. Trott gloves a puck down in the neutral zone. How's that sticked away? Renville now past the red line, sends that in deep. No icing on the play, since he was, in fact, over that center line marker. Will be back into the neutral zone. Smith trying to send it in deep, can't. It's picked up by Hines in the neutral zone, and Hines able to get it in. Deep down low, below the goal line, onto the stick of Davis, out in front, can't get that cleanly to the slot on the pass. Leave for Garry, working it up to Cian Flown. Strong on his stick as Cole Davis goes down. Connor Davis now rubbed out by Cian Flown along the boards, but the Riels still maintain possession. D to D, Smith to the net, loose puck there, early whistle. Not in favor of the Riels at all, as two players continue to go out in front of the net, a Riel as well as a Twin. Riel got sent to the ice. I believe that was Hines. Or Cole Davis, that is. These Riels players continuing to have discussion with the referees. So we got another face-off as we put goaltenders onto the screen, our third period sponsor. Thanks to those of you who are tuning in, by the way. If you're just joining us, it was Matt Lazard in the second period giving for Garry the 2-1 lead, giving them a one-goal lead back. It's been scoreless so far in this period. Riels have had some power play opportunities but haven't been able to capitalize. The Twins have had some prime scoring chances as well, not as many as they have had at one point in this game. So it'll be the Riels on the breakout. Across to Brzezinski, could not cradle the pass, sent deep down into the Riel zone again by a Twin. Ethan Alsip gets body there by Tremblay, able to circle away, though spin away, and complete a pass over to Bachnet. Bachnet just over the red line sends that in deep as his teammates give chase on it. Ends up into the glove of O'Sullivan. And we'll get another face-off inside of the Fort Garry Twin zone. Be the top line back out for this Riels team. And a save made by O'Sullivan again off of that face-off draw. Be Brzezinski now to take the draw on that top line. Loses it this time around to Medwick. D to D it goes to Matani, up to Balshaw. As Balshaw looks to skate it. Just past the red line, sends it in deep. As onto the glove of Haworth. We'll get another stoppage in play. 6:07 remaining. (31-29), the shots in favor of St. Boniface. McNaughton loses the draw, but unable to get to it was a Fort Garry Twin. It'll be picked up by the Riels as Brzezinski down the right side protecting. Shot to the net, turned aside there by O'Sullivan. I believe he got a piece of it. Be turned over now. Twins looking to break out the other way. Balshaw fighting off a check, trying to dangle through. He does. Can't quite complete the move, though. Keaton was there to intercept it in his own end. D to D, it goes over to Smith. He goes cross ice. Pass can't be connected on, though. All the way down for an icing. Hits the side of the net. Cianflone will be on to take the draw up against McNaughton. Cianflone been very good in the draw all series long, especially in this game. Brzezinski on to take it. It'll be Brzezinski who wins it, but on to get it down low, Gibson. He's tied up with Keating in to help Neufeld for Fort Garry. St. Boniface able to break this out. Transition going down the other way. It's Connor Davis down that left side. Protects wide. Trying to get around the net, but will be contested by two Twins. This loose puck will be picked up by the Riels. Up to the point to Aiden Hyra. Goes across. One time to the net, but not strong enough to get through. Too many bodies in front at that as well. McNaughton. Short pass over to Hyra. Can't get a shot through again. McNaughton back to Hyra from a bad angle. Couldn't get that to the front of the net. Was 44. Picked up by Connor Davis. Has the stick away for a split second. Gets it back. Off the backhand. Up to the point. One-timer. Renville is shot wide of the net as it rims around Hyra. Gets that back down low. Pickpocketed by Cienflone. Riels hemming the Twins in their own end still. They still can't get it out. It's finally flipped all the way down. It'll be onto the stick of Hyra. Twins going off for a change. That pass from Hyra missing in the neutral zone. So they're trying to work it up quickly to try to get an advantage off of a Twins change. Wasn't calm themselves, though, as a bit of panic there in that pass. A missed pass down for an icing with 4:26 remaining in this period. Nate Hines on to take the draw. Russ making sure everyone's set. Gilberto jumping up into the face-off, got a shot. Deflected out of play. And that's one thing that Fort Garry has done well, 2 offensive face-off zone sequences in a row. So it's that strong side winger. Make sure to tie him up. Gilberto left alone again, but this time this Riels team gets on it. Down below in their own end. 4:16 remaining. Into the skates of Bachneck. Received a pass from Hines. Up to Cole Davis. Trying to chip that along the left wall. Cannot. Finally does. As it gets rimmed all the way around inside the Twin zone. Picked off in the neutral zone by number 22 in Cole Davis. Played towards the boards closest to us for a teammate as this down low into the Twins. Closest corner to us at first. Rimmed around to the other side now. This puck's still along the boards and now back down low, below the goal line. First one on it. Believe it is Aaron Nielsen. How's that taken away from him, though? Rimmed all the way out and out of the Twin zone. With no icing on the play, Trott, first one to pick it up, stretches this into the neutral zone, where Nielsen just decides to send that in deep. Sam Alsip also out there. This will be gloved down by Trott. Plays it to Alsip. Plays that down below, where Trott will try to be first one on it. Not, though. As now, the Twins look to break this out. Picking up a loose puck in their own end just before the blue line. Send this in on net, where Ashton Haworth has to make a save. Plays it into the corner. Medwick hard on the puck, challenging Keating. Riel's able to survive it. Puck sent through the middle seam, picked up by Carson Dubois. Taking this wide to the outside, tries to cut it in, but a good defensive play by the Twins defenseman. Lazat into the neutral zone, battling, disrupts, allows for Balshot to almost take that to the net, but can't quite get there. No icing will be called on this play as the puck gets sent all the way down. 2:38 remaining. Haworth communicating with his bench, signaling when he should go. Not until they have full possession of it, that is. That shot from Balshot, tip, high up, try get it on net from a sharp angle, but contested well. Disrupting it was a Riel with the stick. Bachneck into the neutral zone, gets a pass up to Brzezinski. We're coming up on 2 minutes left remaining in this third period of action. Haworth, not in the screen, was creeping up for just a moment, but has to stop his plan as Fort Garry gets it back into the Riel zone. Riel's get it back into the Twin zone now. Across, that one can't go. Haworth was going to the bench at first. It'll be potentially too many men. No, Riel's able to be smart on that. Not getting the guy out right away. Save made by Matani. Off that shot by Matani. In tight, McNaughton sends a pass to Davis. His shot on net, turned aside by O'Sullivan. Haworth still waiting. The puck inside the zone. Riel's looking to get it deep for Haworth to go off. They cannot. Puck gets sent out of play finally. Haworth goes back to his crease. It will be a timeout coming for this Riels team. Zach Franco looking to get his group reset on the ice, as it'll be most of their top players. McNaughton from the forwards. Keating staying out there on the defensive side. Nielsen, Brzezinski out there as well, it seems. And for Scott Wong, trusting his line of Lazat and Medwick to be out there still, along with Balshaw. Been the best line tonight for Fort Garry. With 1:27 remaining in this contest in regulation, St. Boniface looks to tie things up here late. to force OT and to punch their ticket into the next round, into the Final Four if they were able to pull off the comeback. The Twins looking to take this series to 3-2, or they'd be down by only one game at that point with Game 6 in Century on Tuesday night. Draw will be won by the Twins, as it has so many times, specifically at that spot tonight. Closest to their bench, just from the outside. Look at Montagna with the dangles, through two, puts a tough shot on net where Haworth has to deny. Haworth creeping up into the zone now, looking like he's going to go off for a change. Nielsen weaves through, kicks that out to the left side to Brzezinski. Now a 6-on-4. Pull goalie for St. Boniface. At the point, Hines, his shot gets blocked. Disrupted on the way through. This gets all the way out, giving chase. Gorchinski, will he get it down? Oh, what an effort by Boknek to get back to disrupt that. Tremblay out there as well on the forecheck. Almost taking that away from Boknek. Weaving as Hines along with Boknek now. Boknek going to the net. Hines keeping it wide. Behind the net. To the net. In front. Loose puck. They're banging away at it. O'Sullivan standing his ground. Oh, what a save in front. So Sullivan made about three glorious ones there. Three glorious chances. Intercepted off of the stick of Lizotte. His second of the game maybe. Oh, just wide of the net. But 15 seconds remain. Riels, one more chance potentially. If they're able to get this out. No, turned over. Lizotte, empty net, oh, wide of it again, but with 5 seconds left. It will be the Twins who will fight to see another day into the empty net. That one will count, I believe, from Medwick. It may not. If it does or not, doesn't matter. It is for Garry who holds on, as this series is now down to a 3-2 lead for the St. Boniface Riels. Their players frustrated as they go off. Heard them slamming the glass, or slamming the boards, that is. One of their players still crouched down. They did change the score to 3. Believe it was Medwick who put that in the back of the net. But yeah, what a game this was. Both these teams had their chances. We saw some great goaltending tonight. Shots were 35-32 in favor of the Riels in the end. But man, for Fort Garry, that last sequence where Michael O'Sullivan is down on the ground making a ton of saves, a swarm of Fort Garry Twins in front of him to help defend, help keep that puck out. I wish I had binoculars so I could see it more clearly, but the Riels had so many chances like that in front of the net tonight. Not exactly like that to that amount of chaos, but yeah, just on their chances tonight, it seemed like they couldn't quite capitalize. They couldn't quite get those prime chances they needed to consistently. As the game went on in games 1 and 3, as the game moved into the latter parts of it, we saw them break down that Fort Garry Twins defensive zone very well. Their only goal comes on the power play tonight. But other than that, out of the power plays they had, Fort Garry did a pretty good job on the kill. Fort Garry, I mean, their success came tonight from, I think, they're starting to get other parts of their team going offensively. Getting offense going, first off, was big time for them in that Game 4 victory, that must win to stay in. But they add 3 more into tonight. They're now up to, I believe, 9 goals in the playoff series between the Riels and them. And, that top line was making things happen tonight. But it was that second line of Medwick, Balshaw, and Lizotte that were really making an impact in this game. They end up getting points on all the goals no other line did for this Fort Garry Twins team. And that's the type of effort you like to see from your team if you're Fort Garry in another elimination game. And if you're them, you're starting to see other parts of your lineup start to get going outside of Gorchinski throughout the first 3 games of this series, or 3 games of this series being mainly their offensive catalyst. We're starting to see Tremblay drive more of the play. We're starting to see that second line get more comfortable and, of course, producing the offense like they did. And, of course, Cienflone and that third line where he's centering Neufeld along with Gibson, looked great too. Gilberto looked great on that top line tonight too. So yeah, things are starting to roll, it seems, for Fort Garry. Can they continue to ride this momentum into Tuesday night and into the very end of the series, as Game 7 would be played on Friday night here at Southdale Community Center, if that is the case. So we'll get into players of the game now in this post-game show, presented by Mid-Canada Fasteners and Tools. For the St. Boniface Riels in this one, I'm going to give it to Cole Davis. He was doing a lot of great things tonight. In terms of scoring the only goal for St. Boniface, placing himself in the right position on the power play to be able to one-time that in. But overall, I mean, he was getting a lot of good shots off. He was creating some high-danger chances throughout this game. The other Davis, Connor Davis, also looked like he was shot out of the cannon so many times tonight and was creating a lot. But got to give it to Cole Davis. Ended up getting the only goal for St. Boniface in this one. And for the Fort Garry Twins, you know what? Out of that top line, Medwick was putting the goals in as well as Lizotte. But the one who I felt was creating a lot in this game especially was number 6 in David Balshaw. The beautiful dangle on that first goal to eventually set up Medwick. He was working hard all night long on that forecheck. Was doing a great job at just exposing some of these Riels players and dangling by them. Broke a few ankles at some points. And yeah, just played a overall very complete game. Responsible in his own end along with the rest of that line. And a huge part of why that second line was rolling and was arguably, well, I'd say the best line for Fort Garry tonight. So, the Twins, they fight to live another day, fight to see another day. By the way, our post-game show, Players of the Game, brought to you by Mid-Canada Fasteners and Tools. Congratulations to Cole Davis and to David Balshaw for being tonight's Players of the Game on mmjhl Playoff Game Day. Thank you to our sponsors in Mid-Canada Fasteners and Tools, Terrico and Goaltenders, for sponsoring another matchup of Manitoba Major Junior Hockey League hockey here on gshow.ca, on G-Show Productions. As for us on G-Show Productions, we will be at St. Vital Centennial Arena on Tuesday night for Game 6 of the St. Vital Victorias and Charleswood Hawks Game 6. Of course, St. Vital could wrap it up, or we could see Game 7. If we do see Game 7s, no matter what series it is, they will be played on Friday, both at 7:30 p.m. As for the bracket, we're going to add one more into the Twins win column here. It's now 3-2. The Canucks and Twisters still await their next opponents for next round. Who will it be? Well, we'll have to sort things out this week in the mmjhl for sure to wait and see to find out. The series now 3-2 for the Riels. The Twins stay alive with a 3-1 win tonight. O'Sullivan gets a second win of the playoffs. That second line of Medwick, Lizotte, and Balshaw. Big-time performers tonight for Fort Garry. They look to do it again in Game 6 on Tuesday night at Century. St. Boniface looks to finally put them away. Check out mmjhl.ca for more information, folks. I've been your host and play-by-play commentator, Graham the G-Show Forsyth, for this one. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Take care. Good night. We'll say so long now. Twins get within 1 within this series. 3-1 victory. 3-2 Riels now in this Elite 8 best of 7. Good night, everybody. See you on Tuesday. For those of you tuning in to the Charleswood and St. Vital game number 6. Take care, everyone.